Welcome to the What the Fuck America podcast, ladies and gentlemen. I am Jake, along with Matt.
Yes.
This week's episode is brought to you by Power Thirst. They come in great flavors like Manana, Fizzbitch, and Gun. Get yours today at your local Walgreens if it's not burnt to the ground. So, today, ladies and gentlemen, we have a very special announcement. Matt has coronavirus.
Yes, he does.
And we are going to be doing a very special 1 hour episode every day until Matt can't do an episode anymore because he doesn't have anything to do all day.
Yeah.
So
I can't really do much. I have been cooking my own food though, sort of.
Well, that's good.
I have to wear a mask in the kitchen so as to not breathe all over everything.
Yeah.
It's not by touch apparently,
Really?
Yeah, apparently it's like through droplets of your breath and breathing vapor, So, if I'm in the living room with the wife, I have to sit on the other couch, which is fine. Whatever. But
so no 2 weeks of getting the nasty then. So how are you going to make nasty with a mask on? It's a damn shame.
You just don't want to do that. It's not like a horrendous, like maybe I haven't gotten it horribly, but
Yeah.
It just feels like a cold maybe, but I don't feel like I have a fever.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
Yeah. That's, I was, part of me was thankful that I did not have it when I went and got tested. But, I would have probably enjoyed another 2 weeks off of work from my 4 days off. Which is, what's really sad is I literally spent about half those 4 days in bed just doing absolutely nothing but sleep.
Really?
Yeah. For my 30th birthday, I slept.
I've done that before though. I've done that shit before.
Yeah. So, what are we going to talk? We're just going to kind of sandbox it today, ladies and gentlemen. For those of you that don't know, sandbox is where we don't really deep dive into too many articles. We'll kind of rant a little bit, rave a little bit, and we'll go from there.
Honestly, I don't really know what's been going on because when, what the hell? That was Friday that I went and got tested, and I didn't do shit. I've just kind of been sitting around eating food and watching fucking TV shows that we had recorded. So,
we could talk about your, we could do a movie review. We could do a movie review of every single Marvel movie. Because he's going to watch. Are you doing it in chronological or are you going to do phases? I don't know if we just.
I'll leave it. I mean, you tell me since you're the one who has to schlep your ass to work every day and I'm going to watch it. So if I'm going to watch these, I'll let you know I've already watched Iron Man 2, and today I actually watched Doctor Strange.
So not even remotely close to chronological order.
No, not at all. Not at all. So, and only because how many times do you have to watch Avengers? Like the first one, right?
Yeah.
And then how many times you have to watch Iron Man 2. It's awesome. It's awesome. So I watched that, and then, you got to go from there, right? But I will say the first Iron Man movie at the beginning, when, all hell breaks loose and you're like, what the fuck? This is a good origin story, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Fuck, Doctor Strange was kind of weird. It was
good,
but it was kind of weird.
That was one of the only ones that I didn't actually watch it 10 times. So for those of you that don't know, when did Iron Man, the first one come out? 2003?
Was it that late? Yeah, it might have been. Yeah. We'll say 2003. Where's my screen?
Okay. Well, so for those of you that don't know, 2003, no, it couldn't have been 2003. There's no way. Um,
You don't think so?
because Iron Man 2 came out in like 2009, 2010. So this might have been like
2008 was the
I was going to
first
say
Iron Man movie.
2007, 2008. Okay.
Yeah.
So 2007, 2008 were much simpler times. In all honesty, they
Yeah.
were they were so much better times. You didn't have coronavirus. People were
Yeah.
happy, healthy, and carefree.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
what people used to do back in my day, now that I'm
Uh-huh.
30 years old, back in my day, people would go and sit outside. And granted, not for a Marvel movie because they weren't big. I mean, this was the
Not
first one.
not yeah, that was the one.
This was the origin. This was the progenitor of Marvel. And so people would go out and see movies. So maybe not for Marvel or for Iron Man, I should say. People probably didn't go out and gather in huge crowds. But like if any Star Wars movie was coming out, Lord of the Rings movie, any major blockbuster movie, Harry Potter, um, any of those, people would go and they would wait in line for a day. They would come, let's say the movie was on Friday night at midnight, because they only did midnight releases for a while.
Damn.
Um, they would come out. They would come out Thursday afternoon after work. They would camp out an entire night, literally wake up on the cement. They would bring a tent. They would camp like they're in nature, right in front of the theater, just to go see a movie. And the people you would meet in these lines were awesome. They
Hmm.
were super nerds, super friendly. They would dress in whatever they wanted. They would for all the Star Wars releases and everything, dudes
Yeah.
were coming out in full on Jedi cloaks and robes. Lightsaber duels were happening left and right.
Yeah.
I remember one of my favorite memories was I had been making a decent chunk of money at this time, because this is I think when the first Star Wars came out, and I ordered I think like 15 pizzas and had pizzas delivered to the line out front of the theater, and I just shared it with pretty much everyone standing in line. It was, I have to say, movie theaters are some of my fondest memories for sure.
Hell yeah. It's always fun going to the movies. That
Yeah,
was always a good time.
yeah,
The you got to figure between 2008 and 2012, right? You had Iron Man, Iron Man 2, Thor, fucking Captain America, and then the Avengers movie. That's 4 years.
really,
They put all those fucking movies out. And
man.
it doesn't even seem like that long of a
Well,
time,
like,
right?
dude, the worst part was like you'd get done watching a movie,
And it's
and
like,
then
boom,
you're
I
like,
want more.
I have to wait another year and a half, 2 years for another movie.
And they didn't help it by any means by going, yeah, we're not, because you get these long credits and then all of a sudden, boom, fucking end credit scene.
Yeah.
And that's what made and then that was like a thing, like an event in itself with
Well,
those
what was
Marvel
the
movies.
first one? What was the first one? Was it Thunderbolt? What's his name? Ross, General Ross, Thunderbolt Ross, I think is his name, or whatever his name is.
Oh, from the
The
Hulk?
Yeah, I think the very first post credit scene was him walking into a bar talking to Tony Stark and saying something about putting a team back together, or putting a team
Was
together. I want to say
was it Fury, Nick
no,
Fury?
it was Thunderbolt Ross. I'm pretty sure.
Was it at the
Yeah,
end of Iron Man? Was it the end of
I'm
Iron
pretty.
Man?
Look that up. Look that up, because I'm pretty
I'll
sure.
just fast forward. I have Disney Plus up on my fucking thing. That's why I was like, oh, this is what I'm looking at their phase one, phase two. They combine phase three and four,
Yeah,
which
yeah,
is
because I think
weird.
that one only had like 4 movies in it or something.
It was
But
the first five, yeah. The two Iron Man, Thor, Captain America, and Avengers.
yeah,
So
but I'm almost positive it was Thunderbolt Ross. What's his? Is his
Thunderbolt
name Thunder? Why do I
Ross.
keep saying Thunderbolt? Because
I
I'm
don't
pretty.
know. I
It,
don't know. Thunderbolt Ross. What the fuck are you talking about? What are
Yeah,
you sure it
Thunderbolt
was?
Ross. General Thaddeus E. Thunderbolt Ross is a fictional character. Yeah,
Yeah, from the Hulk comics.
yeah. And I'm almost positive he was um end credit.
Let's see.
Iron Man 1. I'm almost positive he was the end credit scene.
I thought the end credit scene was Fury.
I don't think it was Fury. Oh, yep, okay. That was
And
in the Hulk.
then
Sorry.
yeah, in the Hulk movie with
Yep.
Edward Norton, but remember Sony wouldn't let him have it or whoever owned it. So I don't even think those movies are in this.
Yeah, I don't
Although
think
they
so.
do have all the X-Men and Fantastic Four movies,
Yeah.
the Marvel Legacy movies.
Yep. Yeah, that was
So
yep.
not too bad.
See, I didn't mind any of the Hulk movies. I actually liked the Edward Norton movies. I thought he was a good Banner for sure.
Yeah, he definitely played a good Banner.
But
Um, yeah, I watched Doctor Strange today. It wasn't too bad.
yeah, had you seen Doctor Strange before?
No,
Oh
but
man.
people were talking about that guy playing someone like Thrawn, and I don't know.
Oh, Benedict Cumberbatch.
Yeah.
So he played are you a big Star Trek fan?
Um, oh, the new movies. I
Yeah.
remember he was in. Yeah, I remember he was in one of them.
He played a fantastic Khan in
Oh, really?
yep, in The Wrath of Khan, that new movie. He
Hmm.
played a fantastic villain. So,
Well, I think wasn't he also Sherlock Holmes
yep.
in
Yep.
like on the television show or something?
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
I have to admit Benedict Cumberbatch is a fantastic actor.
yeah,
I do enjoy his work.
yeah.
One of my favorite. Have you watched any of the Game of Thrones stuff?
Oh yeah, I
Okay,
watched all of Game of Thrones up until the episode where Jon Snow wakes up
gotcha.
from the dead, and then I was like,
Spoilers, by
okay.
the way, because no
uh,
one's ever watched any Game of Thrones episodes.
no one has ever been on the internet and had the whole
Yeah.
fucking Game of Thrones spoiled for them.
So one of my favorite actors, I don't know his name, but the guy who plays Littlefinger.
Littlefinger. Oh,
Yeah, I can't remember his name. He was in Rush Hour, or not Rush Hour, High Noon with Jackie Chan and Owen Wilson. He played the villain
who's
in that show. And as soon as you say his name, I'll be like, oh yeah, that's it.
I'm trying to see what the guy's name is
Yeah,
who
he
played him.
is easily one of my favorite characters. Is Littlefinger. One thing I did not like about Littlefinger though,
Aidan Gillen.
Aiden. Yep. Okay.
Or Aidan Murphy, better known as Aidan Gillen, is an Irish actor. He is known for his film and television roles, including Stuart Allen Jones in the Channel 4 series Queer as Folk.
Yeah. Well,
There you
one
go.
one of my so Peter Baelish, Littlefinger, is one of the most fascinating characters to me in the whole of Game of Thrones.
Yeah, I thought he was pretty interesting.
My
Didn't he
my
get like tossed out the center of that fucking one castle
no,
that's up
he
in the
tossed
sky?
the one
The bitch.
chick's sister
Oh,
out.
yeah, yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
Um, so Sansa's mom, I don't remember her name.
Caitlin Stark,
Yes,
the
he
crazy
tossed
broad.
Caitlyn Stark's sister out of the hole because she was frankly insane and still breastfeeding her 14-year-old son.
Yes, I remember that was nuts.
Um, and the way he did it too was so fucking cold. He was like, the only woman I've ever loved. Then she thought he was gonna say her. The only woman I've ever loved was your sister, and then he fucking boom, Sparta kicked that bitch out the door.
I
Or the
gotta say, after watching Game of Thrones, I would much rather have to deal with the bullshit of Middle Earth than the fucking world of Game of Thrones.
yeah, because Game of Thrones was like a chess game, a real life chess game
Yeah, but it didn't
with
matter.
no rules.
Yeah, it was like it didn't matter who you were. You could have been a fucking nothing, and you're still getting fucked with by somebody for no
Yep,
fucking reason, man.
yep. Well, like
And
take a look at.
everybody needed a shower. Everybody needed a fucking shower.
I mean, all you got to do is take a look at Jon Snow, who was technically the ruler or whatever, the rightful king or the rightful heir or whatever it was. Look at how much he got fucked. Sent into the Night Watch, stabbed and killed, and then brought back to life by some crazy lady who likes fire or something. And then, yeah, that show,
Yep.
man, I didn't start watching that show until I think the fourth season.
Yeah, me too. I binged the first three
Yep.
from that. Remember that Coke and popcorn site or whatever.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
but
Yep.
yeah, I watched the first three, and then I just so happened to catch right when I finished the third, like within a week, the next season started. So I started watching that,
Gotcha.
and
Yeah.
then I kept up on it until all
And I
hell
think
broke loose.
I had Amazon Plus or Amazon Prime,
Oh
and I
yeah,
had HBO with it, and so I was able to watch uh first four seasons of and then I caught up on the fifth, started watching it with friends and stuff. Because I have a very weird thing where I will not watch something if it's like hyped as the new best thing, and Game of Thrones was that thing, so I just on pure principle refused to watch it.
that's
Kind
why I
of
never
same,
watched Endgame.
yeah. Um, but dude, Endgame is so good. It's so
I
good.
know.
It's I don't know what I like better, Endgame or Infinity War, because Infinity War left it so dark.
Infinity War was like the one where at the end, where I'm gonna spoil now, right? So that's the one where Gamora is dead at the end, right?
Yep.
Okay, yeah. So it
Yep.
was like the Empire Strikes Back of Marvel movies,
Yeah.
most definitely.
Yep.
And
Well, like
then,
it
yeah,
was weird to see all these characters get dusted.
right. I do remember that. I do remember um, Infinity War. Um,
Yeah. It
Yeah. I
was.
was like, "Oh, that's cool." So that happened, and then when Endgame came out, it was so hyped up. I said, "You know what? Fuck this." And then Godzilla came out, and I was excited for that. The King of the Monsters. I watched
Yeah.
that. That was pretty cool. I heard the new one didn't do so well, but I haven't watched it yet. So
Yeah, I haven't seen the King Kong Godzilla one.
yeah,
Yeah, I
yeah,
haven't watched it either yet.
yeah.
But
So
yeah, I'm very excited for you to finally watch Endgame.
yeah, I will probably. I was thinking of doing that one tonight, but then I was like, man.
Now
I
get the
just
build up. Get the
Yeah, I
build
was
up.
thinking, I'm thinking maybe doing like the Avengers movies, but I don't know. I don't know.
I think
I don't know.
I would say timeline, either timeline order or order and they came out,
So if I do timeline order, I'll start it over, but didn't do I, because it's Captain America, then Captain Marvel.
which is just awful.
And I didn't even watch that, right? So and then there's both Iron Man movies. See, I wish I didn't watch the Iron Man movies already because then I could do that, suffer through Captain Marvel, watch two awesome movies, then Thor. Yeah,
Yeah. I don't think it would be too bad to watch
yeah.
Captain Mar or to watch the Iron Mans again. I mean,
No, I think I could do it. I think I will. I think that's how I'll do it.
Yeah.
See, and then tomorrow's May the 4th, and I kind of want to watch all the Star Wars, but I
Yeah.
don't. I gotta, you know,
Well, see what you could do is you got 12 days, man. You gotta space yourself out, man.
I don't.
You're gonna end up watching all Star Wars, all Lord of the Rings, all the Hobbits, all Star Treks, all the fucking Marvels. You're gonna find like 6 TV series. Oh, did you watch the end of Falcon and Winter Soldier?
I did. I
Dude,
don't. Okay, so you said it was very emotional.
dude, I fucking it
I
was.
don't. I don't necessarily understand why.
So when he's giving that big impassioned speech at the end,
Oh, yeah. Okay, I got you.
and like all the like when they just got done fighting the Antifa, we'll call them, um,
Yeah,
the
it
flag
was
smashers.
definitely that. It was definitely that.
Um, like when he was given that big speech, oh my god! And like
It was.
when the dude called him, I think it's Black Fal when Sam finally showed up to the fight, and there's these two dudes, black dudes sitting there filming,
Mhm.
and one of them's like, "Is that Black Falcon?" And then the one guy goes, "No, that's Captain America."
Yeah,
Like, dude, that shit hit home for me.
yeah.
And they it was just so. I'm getting chills thinking about it.
It was definitely done very well. I enjoyed it quite a
Yeah,
bit. Um, I do like how they did that.
yeah,
Um, and it was kind of cool how they brought out Secret Agent.
yep,
So that's kind of dope.
yep,
So, gives that character something to do. But yeah, Falcon and Winter Soldier. That it would be cool if they did something else. I do like how they fucking did the Sharon Carter
yep,
double turn,
yep.
cuz what does she care for now, right? Cuz they took
Money.
what? Her Steve, right?
Yep,
They took her man, they took her job.
yep.
So,
She's
yep.
all out for herself now.
Yep. So I don't even blame her. She
Yeah.
could be that's fine with me. Uh yeah. But I definitely dig in uh the Bucky Rogers. Is that his name? Bucky
Uh,
Rogers? No,
no,
Bucky
I don't think we know his last
fucking
name.
Oh yeah, do we not know his last
I
name?
don't know. We just know him as
Man,
Bucky.
Bucky.
Yeah.
I don't know. Anyway,
All right, hold on,
I
Bucky.
think he would I think he would be an excellent Luke Skywalker.
Well, have you seen that Bucky Barnes? That's his name.
Bucky Barnes, yes, yes.
But have you seen like the image with his face superimposed over Mark Hamill's body? It looks
I have
identical.
yeah. I do know that there was a bunch of speculation saying that Disney was gonna go down that rabbit hole, which would be awesome.
I don't know.
I
Well,
mean, would it really even matter depending on the story that they even told? What story would you tell? And what
well,
story are you looking forward to
yeah,
the Star Wars, to Lucasfilm actually telling right now?
yeah. I
You
mean,
know?
they've kind of Well, let me rephrase that. They haven't exhausted all they can with Luke, since all of his non-canon and canon stuff is so vast. I mean, there's so much you can talk about with Luke Skywalker. I mean, Mara Jade, you could bring her in.
Yeah.
Um,
The problem is people are concentrate too much on what is canon, what is not canon.
yep. They can
For
make
instance,
anything they want
yeah,
canon now.
right. Like for instance, with all that the book, remember I was listening to that book.
Yep.
I'll tell you, I was pretty I don't know, it was kind of slow at first, but then you got to figure they're trying to introduce a whole new world of
Yeah.
shit. So it's like I understood that. I listened to that book 3 times all the way through. So not too bad. Um, but man, who cares about canon? Just listen to the
Yeah.
cool story or watch the cool story. I wouldn't even care if they made everything animated
Yep.
as long as it was good. Bad Batch, I think, actually drops tomorrow.
Does it?
I think so. I'm gonna
Well, are
look
they
it
going to continue with what the Mandalorian? Are they continuing with that?
Well, I think from what the news before that I had heard was the Book of Boba Fett is going to be first,
Okay.
and then season 3 of The Mandalorian, which I
All
would
right.
have to assume is going to be um, him with the dark saber, right? I mean,
Yeah.
so that shit's pretty wild,
Yeah, because
but
I guess we never saw how that resolved with
right,
the dark saber.
yeah. So I'm wondering. Here, I'll look it up.
Because that'll be interesting, and I wonder if Ahsoka will show up again. I mean, I would assume so, because that was kind of a
Well, they're doing a whole show,
oh yeah,
you know.
yeah. When they're trying to cancel Rosario Dawson.
Yep, because of past discretions. Um. Oh, it does say that season 3 of The Mandalorian will release late in 2021.
Okay.
That's cool. So I guess I'm wrong because it's 2021.
Well, and then we got Kenobi too, that we still are looking forward to.
This is true.
And is
Kenobi's
that
going to be coming out.
yeah? Is that going to be one
Ahsoka.
season?
I think Kenobi, and I think some of the shows that they are releasing are going to be one season long.
Yeah.
I think it was, I don't know if it was Kevin Feige or who it was, but they were saying they're going to release 100 friggin' shows a year.
Jeez.
Like, hell yeah. That's crazy.
Like 100 shows, or like 100, like
Yeah, here,
four
let me go.
4 seasons of individual shows, each show running 25 episodes, kind of a thing, or like they're gonna make a Luke Skywalker show and
Yeah, like they're
a
doing all these different
Han
things.
Solo show and a
Hold on.
Yoda show. I think that would
I don't
pause
know how.
here.
I don't know how to do it, but
Well, I
yeah,
can show you that in the
yeah.
Audacity part.
Okay. What is 28 minutes? Cool. But yeah, so it will be an interesting viewing thing.
Yeah,
Unfortunately, I'll have to go back to work in a few days, but
that is rather unfortunate.
yeah.
Well, not a few days, 12 days, but
Yes, 12 days. 12 days of no work.
well, so now the question begs too. So now we have 9 episodes of Star Wars. How do
Yes.
you watch those?
Ooh.
Do you watch those in chronological order, or do you watch them episode 3, 4, 5, or episode 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 7, 8, 9, or do you watch it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9?
Well, so something interesting has come to Disney Plus, right?
Okay.
So if I wanted to watch Star Wars, technically most likely I would start with A New Hope. And the only reason why is because I like that movie a lot. And then I really like watching Empire Strikes Back. So if there's two movies that I want to watch, I have to make it to Empire, right? So I kind of chop it up a little.
Okay.
Um, but if I watch Empire first, then I'll go and watch episode 1.
Gotcha.
I would probably not make it to the 7, 8, 9.
No. See, and I
Yeah,
would probably make it to 7. I would skip 8. I don't even think about 8. And I would watch 9.
yeah, 8 was so confusing. I really really wish that instead of switching directors and all that shit, they just had one person
Yep.
do all 3, write it all out, have it all set, have everything nipped up and tightened up,
Yep.
because nothing talk to each other.
No.
And but what Disney Plus has though, you have to at least watch one of the stupid Ewok movies, and they have that on there now. You're
Why?
too, yeah, you probably don't even remember those, because those came out in the '80s. But one of them, it is hilarious. Yes,
So there's the Christmas special.
yes, that is not on here. I haven't seen that. They have a new holiday special on there though. That is a Lego one. It's not too bad. Oh yeah, they do. They have the from the Christmas from the holiday special, the original one. They have the story with Boba Fett and the Wookiee, with Chewbacca and Boba
Yeah.
Fett. Yeah, yeah, yeah. They have that cartoon, the cartoon part of it. They have a Ewok cartoon. They have the micro series, the 2D micro series Clone Wars, and then the two Ewok movies, and it's all under Star Wars Vintage.
Yeah, I was just seeing that. That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
But what I find so what's interesting here is they have when it goes to movies,
Yeah.
they have The Rise of Skywalker episode 9, The Last Jedi episode 8, The
Yep.
Force Awakens episode 7,
Yep.
and then it goes all the way backwards to 1.
Yep.
That's interesting.
It's very strange, right?
Yeah. Cuz
And it
you can
puts
do
them all
Marvel
in the
in
order.
chronological order.
Yeah. Yeah. But don't you think it's very interesting, right? Because it puts them all in that order. But you watch Solo after Revenge of the Sith and get introduced to that character. But by the time Rogue One is over, you're like, man, I don't want to watch New Hope now. But then you got to, so you can see more Han Solo.
Yeah.
You know.
So if
So
I click on the
yeah,
Phantom Menace, the next movie, then it shows it in its proper order of episode 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
yeah,
7, 8, 9.
right.
Man, episode 1 was just so good.
Yeah, like the one with Liam Neeson.
Yep.
Yeah. A lot of
Yeah.
people hate it, and everybody says, oh, Jar Jar Binks. I think people that say they hate it because of Jar Jar Binks are secretly Jar Jar Binks fans.
Or they're just saying that because everyone else says that.
Yeah. Because I really didn't find it really that big of a deal.
No.
I
Nope.
mean, you figure Star Wars, all these like fantasy movies, they're for kids.
Yep.
Like,
I mean,
come on.
let's be real. Star Wars was for kids.
Yeah, it was for children. I
That
mean,
being said, I'm a grown ass adult who will always be a child.
yes, I will keep watching it. Don't
Yep.
worry. I do want to see this one thing. It's called Raya, the Last Dragon, and the Last Dragon, but it's premiere access, and I'm not gonna pay extra to watch that. So
Yeah.
it's a cartoon. It's a freaking cartoon.
Well, like the that one movie from Disney, Mulan.
Yeah.
I haven't watched that yet.
No, I think though. I just clicked on it. I think you could watch it now.
Yeah, I
Or
don't think you have to pay
whatever.
anymore.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I think it's been out long enough. So I probably am not gonna watch it because there's no Eddie Murphy voice dragon.
Yep.
So, but
And
I
not
do
to
want to see
mention,
that other one.
they expressly thanked the Chinese Communist Party at the very end.
Yeah, we don't need to be supporting that.
But man, I'm glad to see Beauty and the Beast is up there front and center
Yep.
on Walt Disney Animation Studios.
Yep. Yep. Beauty and the Beast. Aladdin. Will Smith was a genie. I didn't watch that movie.
What?
Yeah,
What do you mean you didn't watch that movie?
I didn't watch that movie. Did you watch that movie?
Aladdin?
Yeah.
Who doesn't watch Aladdin?
What do you mean?
Who doesn't watch Aladdin?
What do you,
You haven't watched Aladdin.
no, not the live action one, no.
Oh,
Oh, the one with Robin Williams as the genie. Of course, I've seen that. I mean, I was a freaking kid when that came out.
I was gonna say,
I was at the age that went to the movie theater to see cartoon movies like that when that came out.
jeez, I was
Yeah,
about to be offended.
I saw Beauty and the Beast in the movie theater. I
I
saw
was gonna say, I don't know if I
the
saw that.
Jungle Book. The Jungle Book. I saw a re-release of. I saw The Lion King in the theater. Aladdin, when that came out, that was the first movie they used the computer to make all that crazy
Oh,
shapes
was
and
it?
shit with the animation. Hell yeah. I seen so many. I saw the fucking Little Mermaid in the theater.
So,
Good lord.
Beauty and the Beast came out in 1991.
Yeah.
And that's the year I was born.
Yeah.
So
You
I
see?
probably did not see it in theaters.
No, you did not. You, unless you popped out in the theater. Uh,
I did, however, though, go watch Beauty and the Beast, the live action one. I
yeah,
did go
I
watch
did.
that in theaters.
I did see that in the theater as well. Not too
And
bad. It was
so,
the same as the movie, like the
no,
cartoon. Yes, it
no,
was. Yes, it
don't you
was.
ever say that to me again. It was not the same.
it, it definitely was the same.
No, you take that back immediately. Don't you dare disgrace the greatest movie ever.
Are
Um,
you fucking joking me?
no, I love Beauty and the Beast. That's my movie.
I was in the play when I was in fourth grade.
Were you?
Yeah, I was a townsperson, one of the angry mob.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. Nope.
Yeah.
Yep. Beauty and the Beast. That's my movie. I'm not ashamed to admit that I, a grown ass man, when did Beauty and the Beast the live action came out in 2017? I, a grown ass man, was sitting in the theater with another friend of mine, and I was starting to cry at the very end of this movie. As a grown ass man,
Shut the fuck up. You
no joke.
stupid idiot.
Dude, I love Beauty and the Beast, and I'm a very sensitive man.
Was it because the candlestick finally became a real gay?
No, no, it was not. It was because it was a
Uh,
very touching.
it was. It was a good. It was definitely told very well.
Yeah,
I mean, not told as well as Shrek was told, but yes, it was told very well.
I love Beauty and the Beast. It just makes me. It hits me in my feels.
Yeah, that's pretty dope. All of these Disney things, when I was a kid, I didn't realize it till you start learning in school about all these different stories come from other cultures, fairy tales and shit, and like
Yeah.
myths and stuff. So it's pretty awesome.
Well, have you ever like listened to any like the actual like Grimm fairy tales?
Oh yeah,
They're like gruesome as fuck.
yeah, dude. There's a podcast I was listening to called Myths and Legends,
Mm-hmm.
and the guy, he must read this like a bunch of different versions of the same thing and then kind of meshes them all together. It's pretty cool. So um yeah, the Grimm's fairy tales are pretty gross. I think there's
Mm-hmm.
one with like Cinderella where they like chop their toes off and shit to fit into the slipper or something like that.
Yeah.
Weird shit. Maybe it's not that one, but yeah, some weird. And then like Hansel and Gretel, that shit
Yep.
was gruesome. Yep.
Yeah.
So
They are those Germans, man. They tell some fucked up stories.
heck yeah. Candy houses eating children. That's very
Yep.
scary to me. Yep.
Let's see what else we got here. Frozen. I've have yet to watch Frozen.
It's not bad. It's pretty dope.
Is it?
It's not, yeah, it's like the origins of the Ice Queen. It's
Hmm.
kind of cool. I mean, not too bad. It's like most Disney movies, musical, you know. Um, if you're in the Who Framed Roger Rabbit mood, that's a pretty dope movie.
Oh,
That's
yep.
on there.
That's a great
The
movie.
you can't go bad with can't go wrong with The Princess Bride if you're
Yep.
into a an adventurous romp, you
Or
know.
the Chronicles of Narnia, The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe.
Oh yeah, that's a pretty dope one too.
Oh man,
Uh
they got all of them.
yeah, dude, the Rocketeers on there. They got the original Frankenweenie is on there. And the remake, the animated Frankenweenie. Um but dude, they got everything. Everything.
Oh, National Treasure 2 they have?
They have Willow.
The hell is Willow?
What? Yeah. You watch Willow and you tell me you're not a Val Kilmer fan. I
Where
mean,
is this Willow that
I'm
you
not
speak?
really yeah. Yeah. It's in nostalgic movies.
Nostalgic movies.
Yeah. They got a bunch of really old stuff. See, back when the Disney Channel was first a thing on the television, these were all of the shows and movies that they would show on a regular basis.
Really?
Yeah. Like all kinds of stuff, you know. The Incredible Journey where like there was two dogs and a cat running around and let's see what else here. The Black Cauldron. That was Disney's like really dark cartoon,
Yeah.
right? Like some crazy like back when like in Japan anime was like a big deal, right? Back then. And this shit came out and it was pretty dark for a cartoon from Disney. Yeah.
Have you ever watched the movie The Blank Check?
Oh, of course. Are you kidding me?
That's a quality movie right there.
That was everybody's freaking dream when I was a kid.
Yep.
There was also a movie called Flight of the Navigator where this kid gets abducted by aliens. It's got a very young Sarah Jessica Parker in it.
Ooh.
And it's a pretty cool movie. He gets abducted, not really by aliens, more or less like he gets on a ship and he flies it around, and yeah, it's pretty fucking wild. So yep, there's that. Yeah, so I'm pretty much telling you all of the things that I'm gonna probably end up watching this next 12 days. Also, I started the new Mighty Ducks television show. I watched the first 6 episodes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all right.
So one thing here that is kind of annoying to me though. So I went in, where did I click? Let's see. Search. So I click search, right?
Yes.
It's got Star Wars Vintage, High School Musical, The Mighty Ducks, Female Leads Collection.
Yep.
Walt Disney Animation Studios, The Avengers, Hannah Montana Collection, Shorts Collection, The Simpsons Collection, Celebrate Black Stories Collection.
Yeah.
Like, oh, it's getting me mad again.
You see, I told you this is what I've been dealing with, man.
Like, don't get me wrong.
Dealing with this. It's the same thing on Netflix.
Yep. Yes, it is. There are plenty, and I mean plenty of TV shows, movies, video games where there's a female lead. And I mean this in no disrespect at all. That female lead is a badass bitch.
Yeah.
Lara Croft in Tomb Raider. It's a badass bitch.
Yeah.
Samus Aran. That's a badass bitch from a video game.
Wow, I can't believe you pulled that one out.
Dude, that was my favorite character. In Super Smash Bros., I only played Samus.
Wow. That's actually valid.
Yeah.
That's good. Yeah.
And I'm talking like Super Smash Bros. For N64, not any of the other bullshit.
Yeah, not the Switch.
No, fuck no. Let's see. Who else do we got here? Ripley from Aliens v Predator.
Sigourney Weaver.
Yep.
Ooh.
That bitch was awesome.
She was pretty good in Ghostbusters as well. Let nobody really. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
She was literally possessed by like a devil.
Yep.
So that was
So
pretty dope.
there. Let's counter that with Captain Marvel. Some random ass bitch who there's something so unlikable about, because let's talk about what movie was that, Aliens versus Predator, where they found that pyramid in the Arctic, right?
Ah,
And
yeah,
then
the first one that they
yep.
did when they joined them. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yep.
And was that the black chick or the white chick? I don't remember.
That was the black chick, and she
Yeah.
was like the science lady or whatever, and
Yeah.
she discovered that the predators had created the aliens to
Yeah.
hunt, and they put them on Earth because it was the only way to keep them dormant, and if anything had happened, they would have to blow them up, and you know,
Yeah. That
yeah,
bitch was also awesome.
yeah, she was
Um
tough as shit.
and that's the thing too, is these characters, they had trials and tribulations. What makes a great character, what makes a good developing character, is you have a time where they're down and out, a time where they fight for something, a time where they are shown progressing, and then a time where they win. That chick had it everywhere.
Yeah.
Captain Marvel, she was just some awesome chick who got more awesome and then was awesome.
Mhm.
No one relates to that. No one understands that, and no one likes that.
Yeah, it's very strange how that that girl she did the first King Kong movie, and then she was Captain Marvel and did nothing but bitch and moan the whole
Yep.
time. And it was still a huge, huge movie.
Yep.
And she's still eating off of that check probably, and they still bitch and moan.
Yeah. I just can't stand Brie Larson.
That was why I never even watched that movie.
Yeah.
I didn't want to see it.
I didn't I
And
mean
now I'm gonna. I got 12 days. I'm gonna have to.
I didn't hate the movie in the sense that if someone, I'm not sure my if her personality off screen affected my view of the character in general. So I'll maybe what we should do one of these days. Let me know what order you're gonna watch the movie in. I'll watch the movie as well,
Cool.
and then that might have to be saved for like a Saturday episode. Or
Yeah.
no, let's see. Mark out. I can watch it tomorrow. I can get home. I can eat. I can watch it tomorrow
Okay.
because you'll end up watching it today, right?
Yeah, either today or early in the morning tomorrow.
Okay. So I'll watch it tomorrow when I get done working. We'll do a movie review
Okay.
on Captain Marvel,
Okay.
and it'll be interesting.
That'll be interesting.
Yeah.
Especially the time, I remember all these movies, they're coming out at a time where everything right now and all these shows that are coming out, especially on those the Netflixes and your Disneys and your, Peacock, whatever you're even streaming off of, everything is politically charged right now,
Yep.
like even our news is politically charged.
Well, like
That shit that happened at the casino the other night, that made it on the news all the way out in California.
what happened at the casino?
There was a fucking shooting at the casino.
Really?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
What the fuck kind of rock are you living
Dude,
under?
I don't watch the news.
We don't either. So we sit around and watch television, but Jen has one of them scanners on her phone. So it was on Facebook that there was an active shooter, and she put the Brown County channel on, and we freaking listened to it. And then it was all on the news, I guess. And they did like a press conference today. They interrupted morning television for that press conference about it. So yeah, the
You're talking
Oneida
about the
Casino.
casino on Oneida?
Yeah, the big one though, the bigger casino that's got the restaurant in it. It happened at
Jeez,
the restaurant. Yeah.
that's crazy. I did not even know that.
Yeah. It's on the front page of the internet, bro.
I also
Yeah.
don't, for as much as I internet, I don't really internet at all.
Well, my mom talked to me about it yesterday, and she said that because her brother in California had heard about it, and she's like, "Man, I wonder why it reached all the way out there." And me and him both, I think, agree that it's because they're probably trying to pass some gun bullshit,
Yeah.
and
Yeah, that would make
just
sense.
using every story to their advantage.
Yep.
So,
One thing I wasn't going to get too political today, but one
oh
thing that
no,
just doesn't make sense about the whole gun thing is when you think about it, there were like what, 2 additional million people that have never bought guns before that have bought guns in the past year.
yeah,
2 million additional people.
yeah,
That's on top of the what? How many million of people own guns in this country? Probably like somewhere in the 100 million people.
yeah,
So that's another 2 million people that when the left starts saying, hey, we're going to take away your guns, they're going to be like, the fuck you are. You ain't taking away shit. So slowly but surely, the uh, the gun
it's
thing will be
just
seen for
yeah.
what it is,
They're
which is propaganda.
they're working on a new way to get into your home now. So,
Yeah.
and that's the best way to get into the home now, right? Because so many people are going to have this gun. So many
Yep.
people are going to need this vaccine. Nah.
Well, and now the ATF is going to be going after menthol cigarettes.
Yes, which actually I told my dad not to pick me up any this go around. I am quitting. Uh,
Nice.
I know I'm smoking, well, not right this second, but I got another pack and a half to go, and I'm done. I'm not going to do it no more. So,
Nice.
yeah,
Yeah, fucking Joe Biden. What an asshole. What a fucking unrepentant asshole.
yeah. You should quit smoking not because the government tells you you have to, because you want to.
Yes.
You should be able to do whatever you want. Is basically the point.
Yes. And of course they're just so fuck. I hate the government so much. Like it's just ridiculous. And it's a good. So back to the gun thing though. Where do most mass shootings happen?
uh, cities, big cities,
Yes,
heavily populated cities,
but more importantly,
Democrat
gun-free
runs.
zones.
Oh, gun-free zones, most definitely. I
If
think Chicago is like the biggest one.
Yeah, yeah, the whole state of or city of Chicago. Let's be honest here. We have fucking city states. Let's
Yeah,
just flat out say it. We have city states. The state of Chicago is not a thing. Chicago is basically a state within Illinois.
yes,
Um, but the city of Chicago is just one giant blob of gun free. And the only people that carry guns there are criminals because they don't fucking care about your laws. And I just don't
right.
understand. So a lot of people have been making the very apt comparison of a drunk driver went and killed 2 people, so we need to take away your license, even though you're not drunk driving. It's like that doesn't make
Yeah,
any sense.
yeah,
Well, like one thing we should start doing. Let's take schools for example. Schools used to not be gun-free zones. Take Wisconsin for example. Kids would get done with high school and they would have all their guns in the back of their cars and their trucks and they would go hunting after school. Like the guns aren't the issue. You have more guns in this country than you do people. If guns were a problem, if guns were just walking down the street by themselves, fully loaded, one in the chamber, shooting people, then we might be able to have a conversation. But if I don't pull this trigger out, I went shooting the other day. Oh man, it was so much fun again.
Yeah.
Um, but if I don't pull the trigger, a bullet 999 times out of 1,000, because you have that one time where that cop was doing like some breakdancing shit, and he had his gun in his holster, and the gun fell out and shot someone. So like you have freak accidents like that, but that can be
Yeah,
avoided by not fucking breakdancing while you have a loaded gun in your pocket.
this is true.
But yes, there are plenty of things that can be done to avoid these mass shootings. For example, if someone is a felon, and actually we could talk about your idea too that we didn't get to talk about because I didn't end up hopping on, but the how to stop the cops from killing people, just let
Oh
them go.
yeah,
Um,
yeah. Just let them go.
yep. And then with like a 10 year, or would it be a 10 or a 5 year thing where,
Well, you figure they're already evading, right? So there's your charge right there. Not
yep,
to mention, there's enough camera footage within the dash and then the body camera that right now you've got a positive ID, and then um, eventually that person's going to get caught.
yep,
You know, eventually someone is going to get them, or they're going to piss off the wrong person and they're going to be dead.
yeah,
Why have the police as like they're a deterrent, right? Like,
yep,
let's be honest, they're not fucking superheroes. They don't have to be going in and fucking fighting people and you know what I mean, all that bullshit. They don't have to, because why have a job, right? Here's the biggest fucking thing about the police. Why have a job where if you do your job to the best of your ability, you may need to pay for a fucking lawyer that you cannot afford, and you may have to pay for someone's fucking medical bills that you cannot afford. Why should you have to burden that cost?
yeah.
Why should your job entail that as a repercussion of doing said job, right?
Well,
Do I make any sense? Or
yeah.
did I have a high moment? No.
Well, and one thing too that just annoys the shit out of me that people don't seem to want to talk about is these police unions.
Oh,
I
right.
mean, if you get rid of the police unions, then you can actually fire the shitty cops like Chauvin, like
Right.
these cops that have how many? I mean, Chauvin had what, 3 other deaths that he was accountable for, I think, and how many
Yeah.
dozens of write-ups against him. So it's one of those things where maybe Chauvin was a shit cop. Maybe he shouldn't have been working as a cop anymore. Why do you think he was continued on the force? Police unions. You can't
Yeah.
fire the shit.
Yeah.
So,
Yep. You can't flush the toilet, man.
yep.
So,
And that's one of those things where, but, and, I was thinking about that also. I was thinking about like so you get a one strike and then you're out type rule with that.
right.
Because then that just breeds a culture of, well, all I have to do is fight a cop and then I get off. I can flee.
Right. But
And I
then
don't know
you're
if,
also on the run, right? And then,
yeah,
here's that, and that's the thing. If you turn yourself in, because hey, I'm just turning myself in. I know there's going to be some charges, blah, blah, blah. Then you're, you know, at least getting the benefit of the doubt as well because you turned yourself in.
yep,
Hey, we understand. People understand. People are scared because they have a gun. I feel like maybe the only time they should be able to use that gun is if they're being fired upon. And I get it. You don't want to be the one to take the first bullet. But I mean, come on. There has to be some sort of way to stop like the senseless death,
Yeah.
right?
Well, and one thing they could do is there's these non-lethal bullets.
Right.
Um,
But
so
then
what I
that
would,
goes along with shooting to maim, right? They go, oh, we
yeah,
don't shoot to maim, we shoot,
yeah.
But I mean,
Would
at
you
the
rather
end of
be
the
maimed or would you rather be
yeah,
dead?
right.
Pick.
Like,
You
and
got to
that's
pick
the
one.
other thing.
You
Yeah,
got to pick one.
I know. You got to pick one, right? So,
And so that's like where I'm to the point now where I don't even want. And when I say these people, I mean the whites also. But these people that fucking sit there and say whites are the problem with the country, whites are the reason you're not doing well, and that's white people that say that and black people that say that. I don't even want to live in the same country with them anymore.
right.
Like I can't tolerate that shit anymore. Because don't get me wrong, there are plenty of racist people out there, blacks, whites, Asians, Mexicans. Everyone hates everyone. Let's just
Yeah,
be honest and upfront about it. Everyone
right,
hates everyone.
right,
It's getting to the point now where cops can't do their jobs because back in the day they would say, why are they using tasers? They shouldn't be using tasers. Those kill people. Well, you take away the tasers, now what's left? The gun. So would you rather be tased or would you rather get shot and killed?
right,
A taser is less lethal than a weapon, than a
right,
gun.
right,
So it's getting to the point where they just don't want crime. They just don't want punishment for these criminals anymore. They
right,
just want them to go on and, like George Floyd did, hold a gun to a pregnant woman's stomach and rob her, or like Jacob Blake did, where he was sexually assaulting a woman and stealing her kids and car. Like we either are a country of laws or we're not. But
true that. Yeah,
that was a rant. We started out with Star Wars and Marvel.
yeah, I
We ended
know.
at so it's one of those things where you just kind of either we have consequences for these people or we don't.
Yeah,
I'm getting to the extreme end of I don't even want to put them in jail. I just want a capital punishment for even stealing a loaf of bread to feed your family, and your whole family gets executed too. Just fuck it. Fuck the whole lineage. I'm sick of it.
yeah. Well,
So,
what can you do?
but that is I think where we'll call it for the episode of
All right.
Sandbox.
Hell yeah.
And you guys get to look forward to another fucking how many of these? Six a day? Or six a week, I should say.
Probably.
Take off on Sundays.
Yeah, I mean, I have a lot of days left of not working, so,
All right.
there's that. So,
Yeah.
peace out, everybody. Have fun. We'll
Yep.
see you next time in the sandbox.
Peace out.
Later.